In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this insane bass from the track Grey Cuppa Tea remix. Now I hope you've got your Cuppa Tea. I've got mine right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to recreate this bass here. It's from my Rollers DNB pack, if you want to get that. And all the drums are from the pack as well. If you want to copy these drums here, you can see them on the left, the names of them. And then this is the layout on the right. So we're going to combine a main bass and a sub bass. And we're going to put them through channels and then the bass bus. So let's start with an initialized Serum patch. And what we're going to do is get a sine wave. So analog BD sine, put it down to -2. And then we're going to turn the level off because we're going to automate this with the LFO later. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab oscillator B. We're going to find basic shapes here. Put this down -2 as well. And then turn the level off. But as well as that, we're going to adjust this wavetable position to wavetable position 3. Now you can experiment with different wavetable positions later on as well to get a unique sound. Next, we're going to turn the sub on, put this to -2, and this time we're going to leave the level up. Then we're going to go to the noise section. We're going to turn the level down for this one. We're going to choose harp pink here. Now let's turn on the filter and turn on channel B so that everything that comes from oscillator A and B is going to go through this filter. Next, we're going to turn the cutoff all the way down because we're going to automate this as well later on. And we're going to turn the drive all the way up. This is just going to add some grit to the sound. We're also going to turn the fat up halfway. So before we add some effects, let's now add the LFO. So we're going to shape this LFO to something like this. And then we're going to turn envelope mode on. And we're going to turn this rate right down to 2-bar mode here. And then we're just going to apply this LFO to the level of oscillator A, of oscillator B, and of the cutoff on the filter. So we get that sound. The sound is starting to be shaped. We can adjust this to taste as well along here. This is just the attack, so how fast the sound comes in. And then we're also going to attach the LFO to the level of the noise here. And then we can adjust this to taste as well. So let's put it about 75. If you're enjoying the video so far, I would appreciate if you could smash that like button. If we could hit 100 likes, that would be insane. Now we can go to the effects tab and do the post-processing phase 1. So we're going to add distortion, compressor, and an EQ. And if you like, you can just move all these up to the top like this, just to help with your OCD. And now we can move this to hard clip. And we're just going to turn the drive slightly down a little bit. And now let's listen. That's already starting to sound filthy. Now let's do some more adjusting with the sound. Let's turn this multiband on. Turn the gain up a little bit. Damn, listen to that, that sounds sick. And then we can fiddle around with some of the frequencies. So we've put it on this mode here, the band, and we can just increase this, decrease this, and then move this to where we want it to be. So let's try here. Let's try about 2000. That sounds pretty cool. We don't want to go too low like in this range because it could make the track a bit muddy. So like around here is probably the best suited. Now, if I go back to this oscillator and change this wavetable position, you'll see what other sounds you can make. So like experiment with different wavetables, different octaves as well. So now we've created the bulk of the sound. Let's create the melody. So this is really simple. We're literally just going to play a D, as that normally sounds best. D sharp can sound good too, and E can sound good as well. And then you can experiment with F and G sometimes, but they're the best range. D to G is the best range for low-end style sounds. So let's just do D for now, and let's put this into our bass channel. This is bass 1. Now if you're wondering why my FL Studio looks a bit different to yours, I'm using my project template, which is available in the add-on section of my website. So if you want to get the project template and this Rollers DNB pack, and then if you go to the playlist on my channel called Rollers DNB, there's loads of videos, and pretty much all the videos in that playlist I use that sample pack and this project template, so you get the most out of it. So now with these drums we should get something that sounds like this. So that sounds pretty good. Like the mids and the highs sound good in that, but I think we can make it even better with some low end. So what I'm going to do is grab a Serum, and then I'm just going to go to the Rollers pack and find a sub bass. So if you want to copy this, then feel free. It's literally just sine wave and then a sine wave just with bin free shaped on here. And a bit of compression and EQ. Get this sound. If we put this in channel 28, and now we can just add a Kickstart 2, put it on audio. This is already set up on the project template, so all you have to do is that, and then it's connected to the kick group here. You can see it's sidechained to this track. And then if we add this below it, we get a bit more low end. Turn this up a little bit. So you can hear now there's a bit more low end. Now if we look at some post-processing bass one, so we've got the Kickstart 2 playing. Now what we could do is EQ out some of the lows on here. The only reason you do this really is if there's some phasing issues between the sub bass and the low end of the main bass. One way to do this is just listen. So that sounds pretty cool. And then we could also have it like this. So I think that does sound better when the low end is out of this track here. And we could even like pump this a bit more with like a limiter, just so it's the same volume as the bass. Obviously it depends on your track as well. You might not want to pump the sub that loud. Then we can play around with some other things. So some things I like to play around with is FabFilter Saturn. Just look through like some of the drive settings. That sounds pretty cool. Like that. Compared to that. And then another one I like to use is Trash 2 on the multiband. So like we go into like this section here. So not the low end, like from here to here. We can like distort it. Get some really crazy sounds in there and make your sound a bit more unique. But obviously you'd have a play around more with these sort of sounds once you've got like a build up and a drop together, because it could sound better or worse depending on how the rest of your tune sounds. And then I like the fuzz for the high end in this bit as well. I think this one sounds pretty cool. Listen to that, it sounds way different now. Maybe go faulty transition. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It might sound better. Let's just leave it like that. Let's try a fuzz on this bit. Does add a little bit to the low end. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but obviously you can play around more with them and experiment. And then obviously we'd want to make sure it's not too loud on the bass bus. So it is clipping a little bit there. So we could just add a Pro L to make sure there's no clipping going on. Turn it down a little bit. That sounds pretty cool. And you can just experiment. So you could be like, and then of course we could like fill this in with some more basses. There's loads of basses in this pack, so we could just like clone this and then experiment with other sounds in the rollers pack. Maybe a wobble, maybe a stab bass, maybe an 808, and then just go from there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you hadn't noticed as well, I've recently moved, so the background is a bit different. I think I need to invest in some good lighting and get the backdrop looking even better. So excuse me at the moment for the rubbish lighting and the rubbish background. I'm going to be working on it bit by bit. Now, as well as the sample packs, if you want to get even more help from me with your music production, I do have a music production academy. There's a link down below to join that. It's currently at insane value, so you'll get loads out of it. I hope to see you inside that. Other than that, thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.